So today what we're going to be doing is flipping some of my thrift finds. And this picture is one of the things we'll be flipping. This vase, as well as a couple of baskets that I've gotten, and we will be doing that later. My name is Ashley. I'm so glad that y'all are here today. I cannot wait to show y'all what I do with these items. It's going to be the textured paint. I don't have my paint can opener with me, so I just have this multi-use tool that I will be using to open up this Kills paint. And I have shook it, but I'm going to shake it again real quick just to be sure. Because I also don't have a paint stir stick, you know, super prepared for this video. I also have some baking soda, and what we're going to be doing is making a concoction of textured paint. At first I just poured a little bit of paint in here and a little bit of baking soda, and then I can add two, either one to get the desired texture that I'm wanting. You don't want to do too much because you can't obviously take away. And we're going to start with the vase. No, the pitcher. Keep wanting to call this a vase. It's going to be used as a vase because once I get my paint on it, it's not going to be for food. That's for sure. So I'm just going to do one layer here. Let me turn it around to where y'all can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to spread it out because I don't want it super thick at first. And then we'll let it dry and come back in with a second layer. This is my first time to do this also, so hopefully it's worked for the ladies I've watched. So hopefully that means it's going to work for me. And if I want this to dry faster, I will go get my blow dryer out and help the drying process speed up a little bit. Because we all know nobody likes to wait for paint to dry. Okay, my first coat is dry, so I'm going to go ahead and put on a second coat on this pitcher and this vase. I've got that second coat on, and these are looking so awesome. I'm loving them. The texture is just amazing. I can't wait till they're done and I can get y'all a close-up of them. One thing I will say is, unless you have several of these you're gonna do, don't make a whole lot because I don't think that this saves well. And we're gonna go ahead and put a third coat on both of them. You really want to make sure that they're completely dry before you start putting on your next layer. Otherwise, that paint is just going to peel right off. And we don't want that. Now we're going to move on to the next project that I have, which is two baskets. The first basket is this one. I do not like that it has this greenish tint to it. So I don't know if it came like that or if they tried to paint it or what. Pretty sure it came like that. So I'm going to try this new, to me, concoction with antique wax from Waverly, which I got this at Walmart. It's 16 full ounces, and I got it for 10 something. And I have my container here, as well as my water. I'm drinking out of this one. This is the water we're going to use, and we're going to make a little mixture. And we're going to work on this basket as well as this one. So I painted this basket white and I don't like it. It's just this bluish, brightish white. I'm not loving the color of it. I hung it on my wall and it just didn't look good. So what I'm going to do is get some sandpaper, kind of distress it a little bit. And then I'm also going to go over it with this antiquing wax. And I'm going to do the same thing to this other basket. I follow this girl on YouTube and I love her. Her YouTube channel is Julie's Designs and Signs. She's the one that I've seen do the Waverly wax. And all she does is just try to make her pieces look older, not so new and bright, I guess. And it always turns out so amazing. So I'm going to try that today with this basket as well as that basket. So hopefully it turns out good. So the first thing we're gonna do is pour a little bit of this inside of here. Like I said, I've never done this before, so we are learning together. We're just gonna pour a little bit in there, and then she puts lots of water in there. We're gonna go about that much because I do think I want it to be a smidge dark. And then we're gonna screw that on, and then as we need it, you just shake it up. Okay, I'm gonna set this down for a second because before I start dipping into that, I'm gonna go ahead and get my sandpaper and just distress this a little bit. These little pieces of sandpaper are for an orbital sander, but it's all I have right now. So we're just gonna fold it over. This is 120 grit. I'm not sure the differences between sandpapers. Learning, I'll figure it out, and once I do, I'll let y'all know. So I'm just gonna go over this a little bit just to kind of distress it, and once I get it to where I want it to be, then I'm gonna go over it with that antiquing wax. All right, I'm gonna continue sanding this down because I'm gonna hit up the inside a little bit. I'm already liking it, and I can't wait to put this on. I got it sanded down, and you can see that I knocked off a lot of paint on there. And I even did the inside just because I think it needs to match the outside. All right, so we're gonna get this Waverly wax here. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shake. Now, obviously, if I don't like the color of it, I'll go ahead and get more water in it or more wax. And start putting it on. And then you just go through and wipe it off as you're doing it. I'm already loving it. It's just giving it this aged look, obviously, antiquing wax. You can just tell such a difference. So this is a side that hasn't been done, and then there's this side. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to this basket just to get it going. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Just go over it. Mainly, I just wanna mask or get rid of that green that is in there. Done. All right, so the white basket turned out so cute. I really do love it. Definitely looks better. It's not as bright white, and I don't know. I just like it. I love the distressing, and I love what the antiquing wax did to it. It looks really stinking cute. So it's gonna look very cute hanging on a wall and not be so bright white. The other basket, it didn't do anything. Literally nothing, but that's fine. The green is still there. So I'm just gonna let it dry. It does look darker, but that's probably just because it's wet now. Not anything to do with the antiquing wax. I'm not sure. So I might have to paint this one. I didn't want to paint it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. Or I'll just leave it, and maybe the green is gonna be liked by somebody. Who knows? On one of my next videos, I will be showing you how I stage some of my thrift flips, and hopefully I will be making a basket wall as well, because that's one reason why I have been collecting baskets like this that are a little bit flat, and I have different shapes and sizes, and I have a perfect wall that I'm gonna try it on. So that will be coming up in one of my next videos. The vase and the pitcher are looking great. They still need to dry a little bit more, so I'm gonna let them dry, put a clear coat on them, and then I'm gonna stage everything and you will see it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I can't wait to see you on my next video. All right, bye. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I would love it. Thank you. This basket didn't turn out how I wanted it to, but I'll work on it more later. Still cute though.